Hello and welcome back to the Master League. It's Pro Evolution Soccer 2019. As you can see, I've recorded 3 episodes in a row. This will be the last one I'm recording this evening, but it is Borrusia Dortmund, and we're going to be sticking with the 4-2-4 formation that got us a good 3-1 win against Brighton and Hove Albion. They did hit the woodwork twice. De Gea's still down, so Romero will keep his place in goal. Pogba's down as well. That's annoying. Sort of got to keep him in there for the chemistry, though. Let's start Alderweireld. Sancho on for McTominay again. I want to give Sancho a few more games. I think it's worth keeping him a run in the side. I want to see how he gets on. If it doesn't work out, we can sell him. Obviously, this was released before he was like the not world beater, but the wonder kid that he is now. We're going to start Rom, even though no matter what he's on. Don't need 2 centre-backs on the bench. Lukaku can come in for Rashford. Anyone else on the bench? We'll put McTominay on the bench to replace Pogba when he gets tired, instead of Lingard. And we're actually gonna, yeah, we'll go with that. No, that's starting matter, isn't it? I don't want to do that. It's too slow. Let's start Martial on the right. Why not? Why the hell not? Right, let's get into it. Hello and welcome for Champions League viewing, I guess is a good word to use. As you can see, my commentary gets worse and worse when I don't think about what I've got to say beforehand. But it's Man United versus Borussia Dortmund in Dortmund. It's going to be a very, very interesting game as Romero keeps his place in goal for United. Sancho comes in to play against his former club. Pogba keeps the captain's armband in centre midfield. Vinko Peritin side got a good 3-1 victory in their last game against Brighton and Hove Albion. Hoping that's the turning point for this game, but it's a very pacey and a very powerful front line for United, and there is 3 of them: Icardi, Martial and Lukaku. There's Sancho as well, starting on the left wing. Herrera and Pogba make up the midfield. The back 4 is getting solid, getting used to playing with each other. Delot, Tierney, Alderweireld and Diop, and Romero is in goal replacing David De Gea, who's never really recovered from that poor game against West Ham. Borussia Dortmund have got a strong team out as well, and we'll be right back to go through both lineups. So skipping over the lineups, let's get into the action straight away, as it's a very quiet Borussia Dortmund fan base here at the moment, but the ball went long and that got them excited. Up it goes towards Martial, getting a bit of a rare start at the moment, as Icardi was caught offside there, I think, just coming back from an onside position. Yeah, and it's good to see all the Champions League graphics and stuff back for this sort of game, as that was unlucky because they had a bit of an overload on the left hand side. This formation looks to give Man United counter-attacking overloads, which is always useful in games like this, as Diop manages to regain his footing and win that header, and it goes towards Icardi, who looks to put in Sancho, and Dortmund will be fully aware of the young Englishman signing from Dortmund in the summer, and he's looking to trick his way past the defender, who actually stands him up really well, puts the ball out for a throw-in with a good tackle, and Tierney will take it into Pogba, out to Herrera, into Pogba again. Good turn on the ball. Tierney into Herrera, puts it back into the young Scotsman's path. In it goes towards Icardi, and it's going away. They're the sort of balls that you want Lukaku to be on the end of, really. And Alderweireld's been pulled out of position. Marco Reus comes forward with it. He's got Pogba in there for company, and Isaac gets the ball. Looks to turn away from Diop, but that's a great tackle, and Pogba will pick up on the loose ball. He took a heavy touch but manages to keep control into Lukaku. Sees the run of Icardi. Can he just float this one over the top? It's a very strange defensive header, and Schmelzer will pick it up, the left back for Dortmund. He goes long, and it's a very good attacking header there from Diego Dalot. Just taking a bit too long on the ball. Martial was waiting for an option, but just took a little bit too long, as tackles are flying in all over the place. Pogba tries to release Icardi. Again, good defending from Schmelzer, as now they've got to get back. Alderweireld has tracked Isaac out wide, but the good 1-2 goes round him, lays it into the path of Max Philipp, and Diop is there again. It comes out again. Diop drawn into the tackle, but it's passed around him. Philipp laid in to Isaac, who finishes that off. A lovely finish. Really well worked goal from Dortmund there. Man United were being pulled all over the place, and Isaac gets his first goal, the young Swede up front for Dortmund. And it's 1-0 to the home team. They just played this really well. Philipp tackled by Diop, but then got it back, and it was just really well worked. It's just no centre midfield. Centre backs in there, both pulled out. Tierney didn't know whether to come or go, and that is 1-0 Dortmund, as Man United get the game back underway, looking to make amends. It's always going to be a tough place to come to go and play away at Dortmund, as Herrera's caught late, And that'll be a free kick to Man United. I don't know who it was. Philip, I think, catching him late. Maybe Marco Reus. But, yeah, Herrera has maybe been ever present, I think, in this team under Vinko Peritin. Pogba takes it short to Tierney. Into Diop. Herrera just lays that back to Alderweireld. Man United happy to be patient. Even though they are 1 goal behind, they know that they can keep the ball and work it around and wait for an opening. Tierney gets the ball up to Sancho. Back to Tierney. Just happy to keep this ball moving. Try and work the Dortmund players around. Try and force them into an era of defensive shape. Diop out to Alderweireld. Alderweireld, over it goes to Delot, who's really fortunate to get his place back after Antonio Valencia's great game there, as Pogba wins a free kick. It was a sliding tackle pretty late. Is it going to be a yellow card? It is a yellow card for the Dortmund central midfielder, number 19, I think. And yeah, very interesting decision here from the referee, and a relatively early yellow card. He came flying in on the tackle. Wasn't the best of challenges, and Pogba did well just to avoid any other confrontation. So Dahoud picks up a yellow card relatively early on in this game. Pogba has the ball, looks to take on Marco Reus, but drops it off to Delot. Back to Pogba. Pogba just holds on to it, invites Herrera to come forward. You can see Lukaku offering for the ball, tries to flick it through into Sancho, who just can't get round the defender, and it's a good clearance. Diop up the line, Herrera into Tierney. Tierney tackled well by Philip and has given the ball away in a pretty dangerous area as Dortmund look to launch a counter. It goes through the middle. Isaac, the goal scorer, into Philip, looking for Reus down the line. Alderweireld has that covered, showing good pace at the back. Romero goes up to Pogba, into Delot. And Man United looking to put some passing moves together. Pogba goes back to Delot, goes up the line looking for Martial, flicks it round the corner. It does eventually make its way into Icardi. Sancho into Lukaku, gives it back to Sancho. Jadon Sancho, he's through one-on-one, tries to poke it past the keeper. It falls to Lukaku. He can't put the rebound away. Tierney dinks this one in, looking for Lukaku again. It's cleared. Pogba brings it down, a curling shot, and Berkey makes a good save. And Man United, that's the best attack they've had half an hour into the game. They created good opportunities. Sancho really wasting the opportunity against his former club, as it's Alderweireld here in a foot race against Isaac, and the young Swedish guy has the pace. It goes over the top. Alderweireld comes out to meet him, and there again, and it's a similar goal to before, and Philip sticks it in at the far post. Isaac here just got away from Alderweireld with a little easy like 1-2 and fed this along the ground. Phillips there puts it in at the far post, and it's 2-0 Dortmund, just as it looked good for Man United. Going up the other end, Sancho wasting a good opportunity. Man United were getting back into the game, feeling their way back into it, and Dortmund go up the other end and make it 2-0. They haven't had many more shots than 2 in this game. Is it going to be another West Ham all over again? They're definitely giving away more fouls as Pogba gets that back from the low. Looks to fire in a ball towards Lukaku. Managed to stay onside with a good run, and it'll come out here to Herrera. Just lays it off to Tierney. Goes up the line towards Sancho. Into Herrera. Goes back to Sancho. Sancho is... surely that's a foul in there in the box. Surely, referee. Nowhere near the ball. Diop wins the header. Knocks it down to Tierney. Goes over looking for Martial with a crossfield ball. Delot will keep this alive into Pogba. Pogba goes back to Delot. Flicks it on one more into Martial. Martial with the ball in. Icardi on the volley. It's a good save from Berkey in goal for Dortmund. And again, Man United, I think they can feel very unlucky not to get a penalty and then not to get a goal as well. They've been playing so well. Pogba puts it in. Icardi with lots of space and time lays that back to Sancho with a shot, and Berkey with a save again and peppering the Dortmund goal. Berkey keeping his team in this. Pogba, lovely ball into Icardi. Flick that back to Sancho. First time shot. Berkey makes the save. And it's all Man United at the moment. Pogba looking more to float this one in. Berkey comes out for it, gets a good punch. Delot with the header. It falls to Herrera with a shot. He's hit the post. He's hit the post. Can you believe it? Man United are so unlucky. Delot keeps it alive. Feeds it into Herrera again, round the corner. On one more to Icardi, but it's intercepted. And Dortmund look to break as Pogba puts them under pressure. Diop will pick up this ball. And at half-time, it's 2-0 Dortmund. And I don't think they deserve a 2-0 lead. 2 shots, 2 on target, 2 goals. Man United, 6 shots, 5 on target and nothing to show for it. At half-time, Vinko Peritin will just be asking for more of the same. No changes at half-time for either team. Man United will be hoping that they can just keep up that barrage on the Dortmund goal. I mean, The half-time whistle coming at a terrible time for them as they were massively on top, as Icardi has just crowded out of that one. But is he going to get on the loose ball? No. Dahoud just gets back, who has been on very well disciplined since picking up that early yellow card. It's flicked round the corner into the path of Isaac as Diego Dalot tries to cover the run, but Royce just gets away from it into Philip. There's a man over and they're in space and they've made it. No, they haven't. He's put it wide. I thought they were going to make it 3. And Man United just... Dortmund coming forward have been absolutely insatiable. It's been incredible football coming forward here. It was laid into Philip. Easy pass with an overload. And he really can't believe he's missed the target from there. Inside the box. And he's put it past the post. A pretty shocking effort, if you ask me. Lukaku loses out in the header. It's picked up there. And there's runners through the middle. And again, Philip breaks through. He's in behind. Romero's out very quickly. And to get it going as Tierney chests it down. Herrera into Alderweireld. Up it goes to Diego Dalot. Dalot comes forward, waiting for runners. Icardi gives him a run down the line. It's going to be a pace of Icardi against Carrizo, and Carrizo wins it quite easily. The centre-back. It goes long. Up it goes, and there's a challenge in the air that Delic can't win, and that's a really poor header. It's picked up, and they go over the top looking to put them in behind, and there's pressure here on Isaac, and it's a good tackle, and Dalot looks to get it away, but it only falls to Axel Witsel. Comes to Royce, he shoots Romero with a save, and he plays a quick ball out to the left, up to Sancho. Sancho flicks it on one more, but just can't get the pass right, and it goes behind. It goes out for a throw into Dortmund, and Man United looking so confident at the end of that first half are just sort of falling to pieces at the back as it's gone round the other way again, and there's the header. It's over the bar. Pogba getting beaten in the air by Isaac. He's having a great game up front for Dortmund at the moment. And it's all just a yellow wall coming towards Man United, and they can do absolutely nothing about it, as Romero this time is actually going to play it short into Alderweireld's feet, and he goes up looking for Pogba. Pogba now comes forward with it, waiting for runners. Lukaku gives him the option, and it's a through ball, but it's laid back to Berkey, who goes long with the clearance. And Isaac wins the header again, knocks it down really well for Royce. They go over the top looking for Isaac, gets in behind. It's a good tackle on him, but then the Man United players sort of get in each other's way. Dahoud back to Isaac, into Dahoud again, just shadowed well. He tried to dink over the top. Diop's there, and Herrera plays it in towards Icardi. Now Icardi sees Pogba and gives him the ball. Pogba with a lot of space to run into now. It's coming forward. Pogba into Icardi, lays it in looking for Lukaku, and the pass is poor. In the final third, Man United have been pretty terrible in this game. Lukaku lays it out to Sancho. Sancho gives it into Pogba on the edge, but Witsel just outmuscles him. And here come Dortmund again on the counter. It's a good tackle in there at the back, and it comes out towards Royce, but under pressure from Dalot, and Royce holds him up and holds on to the ball. Dahoud, ball through. Isaac again getting away from the Man United back line, and there's his hat-trick. It's 3-0. The boy's been on fire today. He's been absolutely incredible, Isaac. You just can't stop him in this sort of form. 2 goals, for Isaac, 1 for Philip. And it's an absolutely incredible finish from the Dortmund team. They have been an attacking force in this game, just beating the Man United back line for every single time. And Isaac fires that past Romero. Romero's been left helpless with the chances today. But it's 3-0 Dortmund. Dahoud, look at that, picking Isaac out with such an easy pass. And then he just rifles it past Romero into the side netting, into the goal. And that is 3-0 Dortmund, and Man United are all over the place at the back. It's been a terrible defensive performance, and just when you think they've turned a corner, it comes down to shocking football again as Pogba puts in a tackle on Dahoud, who manages to hold off 2 players somehow. I'm not saying Parevo cheats, but I don't think that would ever really happen in real life, as it goes off, and that's a good tackle from Tierney. And that's where Witsel goes down like a sack of potatoes as Herrera hold on to the ball, but managed to get up in time to play a ball into Isaac again, back to Philip, and they're just toying with the Man United back four here as Tierney puts it up towards Sancho. Sancho with a long ball looking for Icardi, but he's offside. So Mario Götze is off and replaced by Christian Pulisic, and Rashford comes on to replace Mario Icardi up front for Man United. 20 minutes to go, 3-0 to Borussia Dortmund. You would think it is game over by now as Philip knocks it off to Isaac, back to Witsel, looks to go over the top again. What a first touch, and Diego Dalot sort of saves the blushes of Man United's back four there, because that was an absolutely brilliant tackle from the young Portuguese player as Martial looks to turn, does well, really well, gets away from his man. Rashford gives him a good run outside. Martial cuts in field. Good feet from the Frenchman. Lays it off looking for Lukaku. The defender got a really useful touch on it. It's laid back to Tierney. Just holds it up into Lukaku, and Axel Witsel gets back to intercept very, very well. And Isak plays a 1-2 in behind, and Royce has not managed to keep his run onside. He's offside. So Ander Herrera replaced by Juan Mata in the middle of midfield as they go long with this free kick up towards Lukaku. Rashford tries to get there but can't. Just put by Calicio, and Isak knocks it down into Royce. Goes forward with it, and it comes out here to Philippe, who looks to release Pulisic with his fresh legs, but he's not going to get that one. And 10 minutes to go, 3-0 Dortmund. You would probably say that it is lights out for Man United in this game, as there's a big crossfield ball. Lovely ball to pick out Martial there, who goes up the line looking for Rashford. He's waiting for options and lays it back towards Juan Mata, who goes out towards Tierney. Sancho up towards Lukaku, flicks it on one more into Mata. Up it goes to Rashford. Rashford holds it up and invites Diego Dalot to come forward. This is much better football. Swings it in, looking for Juan Mata, and he's onside, and it's 3-1. And just like that, Man United show they can play football. No, it's not. He's been given offside. The linesman's flag is up. It's 3-1. 3-0 still to Dortmund, and Juan Mata is not happy at all with that. He is fuming at that decision. But it's the correct decision. The linesman gets it right. Juan Mata rarely scores headers. That's probably why he's so mad. As Schmelzer comes off to be replaced by Tolan. And it remains 3-0 Dortmund with 5 minutes to go. Man United couldn't even grab that consolation as the ball goes long. And that's a very easy header for Philippe, as Tierney looks to just get there in front of the Dortmund man. Tierney then plays wide to the right. It's really poor pass. And Dortmund could be in here. Isak is actually robbed really well, and Philippe dives in and makes a good tackle. Diego Dalot will try and get there. Goes up the line. Terribly poor pass. Intercepted by Tolan. And Isak is there again. Lays that back. Playing a 1-2. Witzel's there. Gets a shot off Romero with a good save. And it'll be kept alive. Diop stands up and gets his body in the way. It's cleared away. Lukaku round the corner looking for Sancho. Sancho comes forward. He's looking tired and hasn't got the legs to get away from the Dortmund defence. And it's not been a very good game back here at Westfalen for Sancho. It's 3-0, and that looks like Man United might be out of the Champions League in what is a terrible situation for Vinko Peritin in his first season in charge. A very, very distraught Man United team there, and that was absolutely shocking. As we go and look at the group stage, they finished third in the group. There's one game left against Schalke. I'm pretty sure that's Man United out of the Champions League. Next up is Watford, and that will hopefully be a better game. I mean, yeah, we need to beat Watford, as it says there. We need momentum for the derby to go and play Liverpool. But absolutely shocking. Lukaku's second in the goal rankings, and we find ourselves 10th. Wow, that is really bad. But anyway, not very good episode that against Dortmund. After the win against Brighton, that against Dortmund, that was pretty crap. But that's me done for Provo tonight. I'll be back to record a stint in the future, and you'll be getting all the videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, hopefully. But thank you so much for watching. For now, I'm out. Cheers.